Would anyone like to inform the class if there is a translation update? Whoa! Remind me later. Right. Okay. Is it going? Truly? Slow is better than not at all. My entertainment. My free entertainment. Get it to me faster! Yeah. Alright. Okay. Alright. That's alright. I can wait. I'm an adult. I can wait. I am looking forward to playing it, but like I said before, there's no point. There's very little point in me playing it when I can't understand it, because I'll just have to play it again, and like I won't really get into it as much. I'm worried that if I don't like the game, I wouldn't want to replay it again anyway. So it's like that's another thing I have to keep in mind as well, right? Okay. I have I'm not on Twitter at all. I just haven't opened it in days. So, whoops, you're not going this way. Just gotta wait patiently. Wait your turn. Ryko and Tropius. Alright, that's perfectly fine to start. I can handle that. Yep, that's definitely something that Horsey and Hitmonlee can handle. Yeah. Alright, well that's, sounds like it's a job for the GOAT. Oh, those are good moves, actually. The GOAT's coming in! Alright. Not that GOAT. How is the game anyway, chat? I'm sure some of you have played it at this point. How is it? Like, is it fun? Or is it just something that you're playing and probably will never play again? There's a tier list. No, I had a feeling. I had a feeling there would be, but I'm not gonna look at it, obviously. That comes later. Whoa! There are 0 thoughts on the new character designs. Type any more and I will remove you from the chat for the rest of the week. I ain't bugging. Bro, why are you half dead? How are you half dead? There's a Tropius in front of you. I wonder. From new characters for me are I guess it really depends. Sometimes I really take to them. Sometimes I really take to them. Sometimes I don't. Almost. Yuma was one that was interesting to me. Granted, Yuma kind of had another art style. But when I thought of Totetsu, that was not the character I thought of. And then when I saw her, I was like, who's this goober? But like, I liked their animations, I liked her smile, and she grew on me really, really fast. I haven't heard anything on the music. I'm not touching anything. I will touch it. I will touch it. Wow, okay, he is the GOAT. I'll touch it when it comes out. I'm gonna be very late to the party, but, well... Chad, when it comes to Toho content, there's not really a race to win here, you know? Everyone who speaks Japanese will be able to play it and understand it, so you automatically lose that content race against the Japanese. So I don't care. And most people playing it on the Western side don't actually speak a lick of Japanese either. So they don't even understand it, but they're just playing it because they want to play it. They don't necessarily care about the story. They just want to see the characters, hear the music, and so on and so forth. And that's fine. To each their own. Forgot. Healing machine. Or you're like Hawk and I, and you can actually speak the language. So you can actually play it day one and understand it. Is the online really bad? Barely anyone I care about on the cast. See, normally that's like a sentence that I can't decipher, but because it's coming from you, I know I know exactly who it's referring to. So I know which characters aren't in the game, and I already kind of expected none of them to be in the game because they're not animals. They are creatures. But that's a character spoiler. Goodbye. You will now perish. Now it's time to raid the building. It's locked. Hello. I came and took Meg. Meg is Ned's younger sister, you know, she's the receptionist. She's seen her, the intruders grabbed her and hustled her upstairs. Yeah, okay. Alright, all you listen up. Everybody remain calm and quiet. No funny stuff. Anyone tries to get out, there'll be serious consequences. You're acting mighty suspicious. I mean, everybody has a favorite character. Everybody has a second favorite character. Most people have a top 5 favorite characters. Paul has a big series like that. You can like a lot of characters, and you cannot particularly care about others. In my oh so humble opinion, because I know you want to hear that. In my humble opinion, a lot of Toa characters are more on the positive side for me, where I like them, but they're not like super, you know, I'm not a super fan. But there are a handful of characters that I really do, I like a lot. But otherwise, it's like there's very few characters in the series that can show up and I'll be like, ugh, you know? Very few, which is good. That's probably it. That's not a shadow. This guy's off the beaten path, so it won't be a shadow. Oh! Oh, I hit my lead! What happened? Some I don't. I have characters I hate. There's plenty of characters I don't give a shit about. Well, it's kind of like the thing, right? You don't have wing attack, you stupid fucker. Alright, whatever. It's like, I wouldn't say I don't give a shit about them, but I don't necessarily care if they're there or not. But if they show up, I'm like, you know, cool. Cool out of 10. But there are some characters that show up and I'm like, I just kind of roll my eyes kind of deal. But otherwise, I'm pretty indifferent, but I lean more on a positive outlook to what I'm seeing. Zoomy. Zoomy Recco. It's a powerful name she's got. Well, it's like, in my opinion, if I'm watching like if I'm like, I don't know, reading something or whatever, or playing a game or whatever, it's like, you know, I'm playing as Reimu and, you know, Daze shows up. It's like, oh, there's Daze. It's like, you know, there's Daze. Obviously, she's gonna show up. It's like, oh, you're going to the SDM. It's like, oh, here's Patchy, Mei Ling, Sakuya, and all that, right? It's like, oh, cool. But then, like, that's all well and good, and then suddenly Ruma will show up and I'll like pop off. Ruma's one of those characters that when she pops up, I'm like, oh! But for the most part, I don't like have a negative outlook on characters. I just think like, oh, cool to see them. Like that's probably how I'm gonna feel with a lot of to 19. I'm gonna see characters and be like, oh, cool, they're back, or oh, cool, they're in, kind of deal, or like, oh, this character design is neat. We'll see how I feel about the new ones, I suppose. For 18 was interesting because 18, I kind of knew right away which characters I did not like, and which ones I was like, I like. Not really like, but which ones I don't know. It's less so like, very few of them give off impressions of like, oh, geez, I don't care. But Sanyo and Misamaru did that. Sanyo, when I saw Sanyo for the first time, and I saw the pipe and all that, I was just kind of like, oh, okay. When I saw Misamaru, I was like, oh, okay. But all the other characters, like, oh, we got a cat. Oh, cool, Yamawara, that's neat. Oh, a big Tengu. Oh, a little Yeep girl. And Shimada's outfit was like, what is she doing? Goofball ass. And Momoyo was cool. But yeah, Sanyo and Misamaru are just instant, like, one look at them and I was just kind of like, wow, I don't care. There's nothing here for me. There's nothing here for me. I really Misamaru. Bro. What are you saying? What are you saying to me? Speak English! I don't like her design. I don't really care about her, and I don't really like her design, but she's so, like, relevant. Well, not really relevant, but she's, like, she has such a big aspect to her character that makes me kind of interested. But then I just don't care about her at all, so it's, like, wasted potential on me. It's kind of a shame. Oh. Diglett's good. Misamaru, my least favorite design. I don't know. I don't like her hairstyle. I don't like her accessories very much. I just don't really like the look of her. Kaneko's outfit, I kind of feel similarly to. I don't really like Kaneko's outfit. Oh, I meant to open the purification chamber. Put him in the party. Get that boy going. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go purify some lads. Let's go. I don't know. I don't like Kaneko's Mountain of Faith art very much. That already kind of sealed the deal for me. I like her theme. But like, Sni's art isn't that amazing for a lot of the time either. But for me, like, it's kind of hard to avoid seeing spoilering characters from later games for yourself when you're climbing up the like the rank of the game. And for me, like, I saw Sni a lot. She's popular, so I saw her a lot. Like the long green-haired girl with the Shrine Maiden, and the art always made her look really nice because it's fan art. I was like, I don't know who this character is, and then she showed up in 10, and I was like, holy shit, okay, that's her, cool. And you know, it was like, it's Zun art. I was already used to it at that point, whatever. And then I saw Kaneko, and I was like, it just wasn't me. It wasn't me. Plain and simple. Wasn't for me. But I saw Suwako, and I was like, who is this creature? She made me giggle to myself. I saw her hat and her outfit, and I was like, what is this? Who is this creature? And of course, I later on saw Karo 9 Destiny. I was like, oh, I see. Frugi. Not bad. He's just here to press fighting type moves. Kaneko kind of gets the shit end of that stick. Hitmonlee. Oh, real ones remember. Real ones remember. It's my boy Oingo. is the Oingo Boingo brothers. I had a Hitmonlee in Blue Kaizo with the same name. He got replaced by a Machamp after a certain point. But he tried his best to carry his weight. Chad, I saw a little like 4-coma before that I thought was nice. It was about like some dude came up to the shrine and like handed Kaneko like a love letter, and Kaneko is like, "Oh, okay, cool. You like," and she was like, "Oh, okay, oh, cool. So what? You giving that to Snai, or are you gonna give that to Suako?" So she kind of like points him in that direction for both of them, but then he just like he doesn't actually move, and he just insists further. It's actually for her. I thought that was really nice. I don't really care about Kaneko, but I like the idea that Kaneko's like, oh yeah, everybody loves those two more. So when somebody actually has like genuinely likes her like that, it catches her off guard. It's very sweet. I like that a lot. But you don't see very much of that. Kaneko fans are a lot rarer than Suako and Snai fans. That's all. That's all. Based and frog-pilled. Imagine... Oh. You look mystified, and I managed to be in the elevator with you. Do you? I'll tell you what I did. I braced myself flat up against the ceiling. It takes a lot of strength. Not bad. I demand your respect. Chad, imagine you go to the Moria Shrine, and you like, you know, you drop some quid in the donation box, and you just kind of, you know, you just kind of sit down on the step for a little bit, catch your breath, and some little child in a funny hat walks up to you, and she just asks if you like frogs. What do? Do you say yes? What if you say yes and she goes, I see, and then she just like disappears, like fades away. like she just fades away. Like she just lowers her opacity from 100 to 0 at a decent speed. She's just gone. But okay, you know that panel in Inaba the Moon, Inaba the Earth, where Tay like points to Tay's like, the one causing this weather is her, and points over to like little Suako, who's just a like big smile. Imagine that just walks up to you, asks if you like frogs, and then she's, you know, you just how do you respond? Yes, no, but then she just like, you know, just peace, and she's gone, fades out. And you see that right there. That right there is a big reason why Suako is more popular than Kaneko. Because I can make up a dumbass scenario like that, and it's like there's like a hint of believability. There's like a hint of believability that Suako could do that. Kaneko, no. I can't imagine Kaneko asking me if I like snakes. But Suako, oh well. I can definitely imagine Suako asking me if I like frogs, and then just dipping after my answer. Whether or not it was good, who knows. Ruma's scary, that's why you have to feed her. You have to feed her steak. You can tame the creature. That's good. We'll leave that guy alone now, and then we're gonna beat the shit out of Raichu. Bite him. Make him flinch. I'm sure if you gave Rumia some meat, you could probably get her to fuck off. But if you give her too much meat, or too good quality meat, she might keep coming back. And if she keeps coming back, then it's, you know, well, hope you got the money from meat. Oh, the lag. She is kind of cat-like. Maybe. Maybe a little bit. She might be cat-like. She's definitely... I don't know. I wouldn't call her a simpleton, but she's very easygoing. At least that's how I see her. Rumia does not strike me as a very complex character. And that may be in part because her main claim to fame is a silly way she says a certain phrase. That's like it. Golem. Ooh, the big rock. Ooh, the big rock. I like her. Her design isn't very complicated. It's rather simple, but it's pleasant. It's a pleasant design. I enjoy. I do think... I mean, I say this as a fan of the character, but I do think it's kind of wild how popular she is for how... Well... I don't know. I wouldn't call her obscure. But it is kind of wild to me how popular she is relative to how relevant she is, you know? The OST's got a lot of recurring, memorable characters, after all. And Rumi is no exception, but even then, even in that game, she's not much of a standout, I don't think. But she still managed to do it. I think it has a big part to do with the stuff that Zun like kind of left up in the air for her, and people took advantage of. Also, she's had more than 20 years of character, you know, exposure. She's also the first exclusively Windows character in the series. Whether or not she was the first one Zun made, I'm not sure, but she is the first stage boss. So she is the first new Windows era Toho character, so she's got a bit of a weird milestone like that. It's kind of neat. Flandre is just like her. Flandre barely has anything at all, but Flandre got to be extremely popular. Like, I wouldn't say Flandre's popularity is super surprising. I mean, she's Remilia's sister, extra stage boss, great theme. Theme became a huge meme. A lot of aspects really helped push her character, kind of deal. But yeah, she's also a character who kind of just... Oh, I'm going the wrong way again. She just kind of was there for the extra stage and didn't show up like ever again in anything, because I don't know why. Her and Mei Ling got shafted a lot in canon, but Flandre like fucking survived through raw fandom love. Thank you for the resub, Jess. Enjoy Baldur's Gate. I hear it's pretty damn good, but it's not my cup of tea of a game, that's all. That game has got the industry in a toozy, because the game was so good that the industry doesn't want it to be a standard. It's amazing. Anyway, I don't want to go on that topic because I'm enjoying talking about Tuhu, and that topic's going to go longer than the new one I just introduced. I think Mei Ling is just the most unfortunate situation, because like, she's definitely relevant to the group, but she was an afterthought for 7.5, and she really just made answer our questions. Hold it, punk. Shouldn't be snooping around. But she doesn't, like, Sakuya, Patchy, and Remilia pretty much all show up in a group. And even when Patchy doesn't, like, it's still Sakuya and Remilia, which makes sense for those two. But Patchy is the fighting games. And then Patchy is, you know, she's the shot type assist as well for Marissa. So Patchy managed to stay pretty relevant. But Flandre and Mei Ling just didn't. Dude, everything that shows up hurts Newt. You know what? I'm sick. Yeah, okay. I'm switching to the GOAT. I think Mei Ling's a fine character. I guess I just think it's neat that, like, Flandre and Rumia, all three of them were not as prominent as Patchy, Hachi, Remilia, Sakuya, and to a lesser extent, Chirino. But through it all, Rumia and Flandre, more so Flandre, still just like, you know, they survived. But it seems like a lot of what kept Mailing relevant was joke character status. It kind of sucks. I don't like when they depict her as a super joke character that much. Because I feel like Mailing does a good job. Mailing's a cool character. She knows, she's like a martial arts master. She's tall. She can cook, like, traditional cuisine. Like, there's a lot of cool aspects to her character. And obviously, since she's employed as the gatekeeper, Remilia has a lot of trust in her ability. Right? But she always ends up being the butt of the joke, which is just like, oh man. The biggest meme that exists for her is that she's super lazy. It's like, can't we just let Mailing be cool? Harden? Hell no. Onyx, look at this guy. This lad is to scale. Alright, get out of there. Get out of there, my goat. Mailing is cooler than most Tugus. Well, yeah. Yeah, but I think most Toho characters fall more on the cute side than cool. There's not a lot of cool characters. Raisin is the butt of the joke, yes. She's the easy bully target as well. But Mailing was doing it before her, but Raisin really popped off in popularity, so she became the more, like, if you needed a joke character, Mailing was kind of limited to the SDM of location, but you could kind of put, Raisin wherever you wanted, and you could just fuck with her. Like, everyone was allowed to fuck with her. There was no, like, restriction. It kind of made me feel bad. Like, Raisin's, I don't know why Raisin got that. I actually don't know why Raisin ended up with that role. I don't think Raisin did anything to deserve that. Inaba of the Earth and Inaba of the Moon really took it a extra step, though. Like, I enjoy a number of those 4 comas. Like, I don't mind that book. I think that book is pretty enjoyable in a lot of different places. But I find it really hard to binge read, because if I binge read it, I start to feel bad for Raisin. I actually start to feel bad for Raisin, because sometimes the stuff that Tay does to her, I just don't think it's not deserved. Didn't expect Cyber to pull a stunt this bold or reckless. They came looking for Net. I'm guessing their data wrong contains sensitive information they want to keep secret at all costs. I'll be fine. I'm worried about Net though. You remember the chapter where Raisin's looking forward to her popsicle? And Tay's like, haha, I ate it. And then Raisin starts crying. Bro, that made me feel so fucking bad. Like, she was so upset. She started crying. I was like, no. But then Tay gave her, Tay was like, no, actually, Joe's freaky thugs out with some friendly persuasion. The nerve of them coming after a defenseless woman like me. This guy's here for an autograph. You're a doll. I see your pretty face on TV. Who are you? No, so she's like, oh, no, I was lying. I was kidding, Raisin. I have your popsicle right here. And then Raisin's like, yay, popsicle. And then in the back panel, Kaguya pulls into frame and she's like, has anyone seen my popsicle? Like, it's kind of funny, but as soon as she started crying about it, I felt so bad. I didn't like that feeling at all. That manga is where the Sueko picture comes from, yeah, where Tay's like, she did it, and points to Sueko, and Sueko's just standing on the roof over there with a big stupid smile on her face. And then she picks a fight with her, and it does not go well. Well, this is kind of a problem. I cannot hit Latios. Oh, never mind. I don't have to. Okay. Alrighty. I did not even know that it could learn that, but sure. Nah, Raisin still gets the shit end of the stick. Raisin's story in 14 was about how her dream self escapes and starts airing out her frustrations with everybody. Because the dream world is an exaggeration of, you know, it's an exaggeration of their suppressed emotions. So her dream world self goes on basically a rage of all her bottled up anger towards everybody around her. And then when her story ends and the dream world version of her is gone, she gets punished for it. And it's like, she doesn't even know why she's being punished because she didn't do anything. And it's like, why are we doing this to her? You fuckers pushed her this far, and then you know, you see exactly how she feels, and your response is punish her for feeling that way. It's like, come on, man, give her a goddamn break. Take her to the moon room. I want to go to the moon room. Well, goodbye, Wingo. You did your best. It's not Jun's fault. I mean, it might be a little bit. Okay, a lot of bit. But it's not her fault. Okay, maybe a little bit. The Junko Racing stuff. Never got into it, personally. People took one line that Junko had for Racing in, like, the extra stage or something and turned it into Junko is now a freaky stalker. It's like, okay. I don't know, things get derailed quickly. All it takes is one artist's interpretation to immediately set the standard and become the norm. That ain't my dealio. Because it always shows the same thing. It's always like, Junko is there, and then Racing is very clearly uncomfortable with the entire situation, but Junko is there, and it's like, I'm not enjoying that at all. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not having fun here. Racing doesn't look like she's enjoying it. Why can't Racing be with a character she enjoys? You know, I've never seen art of Yomu and Racing together where Racing looked like she was having a bad time. I'm just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Note, I don't ship. I don't care about shipping either. In fact, I think shipping can be really obnoxious more often than not. Because there are people who take it so seriously to the point where if you don't ship, then you're bad. Or they disagree with your ship. Never talk about Marissa. Never talk about Marissa, because then you have to play that game. But at the same time, you don't. But if you ever find yourself having to play that game because you said you liked Marissa, then it's like, oh god, just don't take the topic any further. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. You're better than this. Because if you say the wrong character, ooh, Captain N. It's just for some people, it's more important than anything else the character could even ever do. That's really what I don't like about it. I'd rather my characters be more engaging and stand on their own. And then if they're in a relationship while being their own individual characters and they work together, then that's a good relationship. When the only reason to like a character is due to their relationship, it's like, I don't know, it feels shallow to me. It just feels shallow and I don't really like it. You know what I like about the dangers in my heart? It's anime, manga I really like. Is that both the characters, both the main like interests for the couple are their own characters, and they're both interesting to watch, and they both get fleshed out as characters, but they also come together. So it's two individuals coming together and making one whole of a couple, which is fun to watch. It's fun to watch these two characters go through their business and get closer like that. It's not like I like the show because they're a couple, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. It's like if you only watch... Chat, I can't imagine watching something only because you were told that there's a relationship in it. I can't imagine that. Oh, I keep going the wrong way. Oh. I know, I keep going the wrong way. Oi, 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 oi. Chat, you know that new Gundam that came out? I actually don't know anything about it at all. I've never even seen a single robot in it, but it seems like the only thing people give a shit about is the fact that the two main characters are gay. And they are in lesbians with each other. That is literally the only thing I've seen of that show. I have not seen anyone ever post art of them and they're robots. It's just them together. And I'm just like, okay, but this is Gundam, right? This is Gundam, right? Isn't this the show about giant robots? Slogan doesn't have a nickname because it was my starter and I actually don't know where the name raider is in this game. So it's just Slowking. I never really thought about it when playing XD, where that guy is. Oh, hello. You're just on the ceiling. Is it in a gate? Is it? I actually don't remember. I just kind of forgot about it. And now it's just Slowking. I've seen a pic of her Gundam wearing a bikini. Okay, that's pretty lit. But no, I've genuinely not actually seen the robots. I've not seen the robots in that show at all. I've only ever seen art of the girls. And it's just like, this is, you know, it's about robots, right? Acha. Well, that did a fat load of nothing, didn't it? Oh boy. Oh lord. Oh lord. I think when it comes to Toho, the biggest offender, I suppose, is probably Hifu, Renko, and Maribel. Renko and Maribel's main popularity definitely stems from the shipping, for sure. I think that's a big reason why they're relevant. I don't think their stories are bad, mind you. I think their little Hifu stories from the music tracks are quite interesting. But those two characters are pretty far separated from everything else related to Toho. It's basically like an alternate universe to an extent, but not really at the same time. There's some aspects to it that are pretty neat. But no, the main thing that keeps them afloat is, you know, the shipping. This is a terrible battle. This is such a bad battle. Oh my god, Losh. I don't know if Zin's ever gonna make another music collection. Actually, now I think about it, he did release that one that the cover got memed, right? I never actually listened to that CD. Did it have a story? Encore. That's fine, I was gonna press bubble again anyway. Don't think so? Oh, damn. Alright, okay. Interesting. Hello, thank you for the raid, Christian. Yeah, I feel like I would have read it if it did have one. Yeah, we're in the age of scalping. 17.5 was the same. When those things all go up on sale at Comic-Con, they get nabbed and they get resaled on like Yahoo and shit like that for a ridiculous sum of money. It was kind of a special release. Oh, so it was like Unknown Flower, Mesmerizing Journey kind of deal. Will he ever release another official one? Maybe just something to like close the story, I guess, properly for old Maribel and Renko. Maybe that'd be for the best. Minute legs room. Did you get? Oh no! Don't tell me you got ass blasted, dude. I swear, I know exactly which one you're talking about. I swear to God, that one's bullets have a weird explosion radius to it that just absolutely murder your Pikmin. And you can only reach it with blue Pikmin, and he just guns everything down. In my first ever 100% playthrough of Pikmin 2, that was the last treasure I got. I went in there with 100 blue Pikmin and so many bitter sprays, and I just bitter sprayed him until he died. I was not fighting that thing. Fuck him. I'm serious. He there's I swear there's some kind of shockwave or some shit on his gun, or maybe the arena is just the way it's designed makes it really easy for him to hit you, but he can actually just mow down an entire squad, chain gang style. Yep. That exact layout, that's a shadow. That exact layout is in a challenge mode, and that's how I learned how to deal with that, is by playing the challenge mode and figuring out how to fight it. I actually learned how to fight it properly in the story. But no, the first time I did it, I played I ditched it, came back, and played like a wiener, and bitter sprayed, killed it. This is simply the worst battle ever, chat. Look at this. Oh my god, you're killing me, dude. All I can do is sit here and bubble. Everything resists fighting or has ridiculous defense. I figured it had an AoE to it, because it really, really feels like it. Horsey, you are not doing it, buddy. Can you please learn Water Gun already? I think you get it next level, actually. Okay. Anyway, chat, I guess back to what I was talking about. Before the shipping conversation, I guess. Bitter Spray works on bosses. It just doesn't do very much damage, but you can still do damage. And that's what I did. I farmed so many Bitter Sprays, and I just kept cycling Bitter Sprays. And eventually I chipped it out. If a boss dies while in Bitter Spray, they drop 5 different nectars. Bleh. I was talking about the bunny. The bunny. Oh yeah. I get to bring this up every single time we talk about racing, but I think it's mad funny when that CDS chapter came out and Racing was gushing about the moon punishment room, and there were some people who were actually like, you know, their interest in the character actually like waved a bit because of that one line. And it's like, that's kind of wild. What she said was pretty fucking wild. If you can bitter spray, if you press Z in the Picklopedia, you can, in a bitter sprays, you can bitter spray it in the game. I don't know if you can, maybe they did a specific spot on the Empress or something. I don't know. But they can all be bitter sprayed. It is a very silly, it's a very silly item in that game. Go directly to punishment room. It seems so out of character for Racing. Well, the thing is that I don't really know how Racing feels about the moon, right? All I really know about her adventures on the moon was that she was, you know, she was the Watotsky's main pet. She trained for combat, and then when it was supposed to be her moment, she, you know, she fled. But it's interesting because that was quick. It's like, sometimes it says she fled from cowardice, and then in some, like, omakes, it's like, Racing showed up because she was looking for comrades to help fight the battle on the moon. I guess at the end of the day, she did abandon her station. But it's weird, because the way it's phrased, maybe it's a translation thing. The way it's phrased, it makes it sound like either she jumped ship, or she was seeking, like, reinforcements. But in the end, she ended up with Racing, or with Aiden and Kaguya anyway, and stuck with them. I don't know, it's weird. Did she talk about it in Forbidden Scrollery? I'm thinking of like Aiden and Racen's Omake from IN. And obviously things are subject to change over the course of time because, well, it's a big series. There's a lot going on in it. It's not unbelievable that you would forget such aspects. A soothe bell and a burn heal. Okay. Yo, can I put some things in here? I can. Yo, Diglett, get that tempo pumping. He's bobbing. Okay. But yeah, it's hard to really say with Racing, I guess. But the whole moon room thing was like, why is she like gushing over this torture chamber? Like, what was that? That was such a weird line. It felt very strange. I don't know where it came from because there was nothing really on Racen's character that led me to believe that she, like, you know, had fond memories of the moon, I guess. I guess it's kind of hard to say. Racen doesn't really talk about herself very much. And even though Aiki kind of gives her the business over her actions, and it seems that to an extent Racen does kind of, like, regret her actions, I suppose. Hard to really say. I don't really know. She doesn't really talk about it, but she seems pretty happy being a bona fide like Earth Rabbit at this point. She's been on. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I wanted to go to the PC anyway. She seems pretty content. Oh, to be an Earth Rabbit now proper. She doesn't seem to miss the moon. You let one peep out of you, you'll be sorry. Ooh-wah. The Moon War was when, was it Apollo 9? I think it was one of the Apollos. I'm pretty sure it was Apollo 9. Oh, it was 11, my bad. But yeah, it was when Apollo landed on the moon. It was like, the story is like the Lunarians were like ready to go to war, I guess, with them, and then it got messy. But nothing really happened there, so. But Racen still jumped ship anyway. God damn it, Racen. Oh, big pig. Why would anyone miss the moon? The moon sucks. Well, remember, the rabbits were originally from the moon to begin with. They lived on the moon. And then Tsukiyomi was like, this Earth place is pretty ass. I'm gonna go to the moon to make my own society. And so he went to the moon to make his own society. And when he got there, he enslaved the, oh, sorry. They don't, people who like Lunarians don't like when I use that word. They, they took over the moon and they employed the moon rabbits one of two career choices. One is pound mochi until you die, and two is train for military, so you become an expendable force for their army. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Oh no, streamers taking pot shots at the moon characters again. Oh, rolling eyes emoji. Yes, yes, we get it. We get it. They're awful characters. They're terrible people. Yeah, I know. Why is your name Dilly? What? Take me to the moon. There are bunnies on the moon. Chat, do you think if you went to the moon and took a bunny home, she would be cool with that? Because I feel like the moon rabbits, I don't really know how they feel about their station. Because Racen 2 jumped ship because she was sick of her life, right? She was sick of her life pounding mochi. So she fled because she heard about Racen having done it. Uh-huh. But then she got sent back. But Rayson knew that if she got sent back to the moon, she was fucked. But because she had Eren's letter, you know, she went back into the Watotskis. And the Watotskis were like, damn, this guy's got a Tyranitar. And that, wow, it's kind of impressive. Good time to switch out my goddamn horsey, huh? So yeah, the only reason that Rayson didn't get severely punished for her actions is because Eren exists and gave her a letter. And then she got kept as a pet. You know, because none of the moon rabbits actually seem to have names. Unless they get named by someone else, which is why Rayson is Rayson. And Rayson has 3 names. Rayson is Rayson because that's what the Watotskis called her. She's also Udongang because that's what Eren calls her. And then she's Inaba because that's what Kaguya calls her. That's why she has 3 names. Hey, Tyranitar is a pretty cool Pokemon. He's just missing that you know, that je ne sais quoi to put him back in the OU proper. You know, he needs some kind of cool move that gets stabbed. He needs a cool move that gets stabbed. And preferably doubles the damage it deals if the Pokemon in front of it is switching out. If it had a move like that, I think it'd be a pretty good Pokemon. But alas, such a move does not exist, and we may never get one. Why the hell did you flinch? I don't even know what I did to you. Well, Rayson's full name is not really a full name. It's just a combination of all the different names that they call her. You know? Tay is Inaba. Inaba Tay. That's her name. But Kaguya calls her Inaba because Kaguya calls all of the rabbits Inaba. And Eren calls her Udongang because she reminds her of home. So she called her something that reminded her of home based on the Udongang tree. And then Rayson is the name that the Watotskis gave her. So those, it's not like her full name is Rayson, Udongang, and Inaba. It's just those are her 3 collective names in the order that she received them. Because Eren was the first one to meet her. Because she was trying to hide Kaguya's presence. In fact, Eren was gonna fucking kill her. Eren was thought that maybe Rayson was a spy, and she was ready to fucking execute her. But then she figured that after Rayson kind of explained herself, she figured she was fine. She wasn't gonna pose them any harm and let her stay with them. But Jesus Christ, Eren, she is hardcore, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's either I think it's in Runagate, but it is mentioned that by Eren. I remember specifically Eren mentioning, or some mention that Eren at some point, you know, she killed 2 lunar emissaries who came to retrieve Kaguya and take him back to the moon. Because lunar emissaries just means moon rabbits, and she has absolutely 0 regard for them. And it seems the Lunarians in general have 0 actual regard for the moon rabbits, title or not. So she killed them in cold blood to retreat. Eren's kind of a scary lady. But, well, if you ask some people, it's a good kind of scary, I guess, maybe. A lot of confirmed murders hanging around Aante. Yep. It's a scary place, dude. And that's where you go. That's where you go to get your bones fixed. Doctor, my bones, they hurt. I don't have a psychic move. I'm just pressing Shadow Chill. Look, man, I'm not saying anything, but I am saying that Eren is tall. She has big... She has 2 big degrees. And she's a doctor. So, you know. People, I don't know. There's a lot of aspects there. You know, classic mantra, we like older women. If that's for you, then she's for you. Ba ba boo. Ain't my scene, but that's fine. Not every character has to please me to be a good character. That said, Eren kind of pisses me off a lot. But it's mostly just because whenever she takes the opportunity to be like, yeah, Lunarians are so much better than you Earthlings, it just gets on my fucking nerves. Because I know the way that Zun writes, He's always going to do that. Nothing ever blows up back in the Lunarians' faces. That pisses me off about them. They always get to come out on top. But Dylan, Yuyuko broke into the moon and stole a bottle of sake. Oh yeah, big fucking win there. Sure owned them. Oh, Junko's gonna destroy the moon, and the human has been sent there to do it. But Eren, being the super omega genius she is, already knew that Junkie was gonna do something, so she prepared a medicine in which to stop her because she's very smart. Ah. I don't know. She just kind of pisses me off when she flexes her Lunarian superiority like that. It's like, fuck off. Shut up. You shut up too. You shut up too! Crobat learning wing attack? You love to see it. Never gonna press supersonic in my life. Lunarians don't take L's. That's what makes them frustrating characters. They're not very endearing. That's honestly something about Kaneko that I find frustrating as well. Is Kaneko is another character who I feel like no matter what she does, there's never really any consequences. She doesn't really suffer any immediate or noticeable consequences to her actions. Because it's like, she's the reason that hell went into an uproar and fucking Utsu was gonna like nuclear blast the surface to create a new hell. And it's like, why did this happen? Oh, because Kaneko fed the wrong kind of fried chicken to this bird. But like you get that at the end of the game, and then like there's absolutely zero repercussions to Kaneko's actions. It's just, hey, I guess we have nuclear power now. And it's like, okay, like no punishment, no responsibility has to be held for that, and that's kind of frustrating. It's fine to be a schemer in the background, but if you never get your comeuppance, you're just an annoyance. That's how I feel. Isn't it crazy how the Lunarians went to war with the humans that landed on the shuttle, and there wasn't actually a war at all, but they still managed to lose? It's pretty good. Has anyone ever been held accountable except Seija? Well, most of the characters who start an incident get their ass beat up and told not to do that again, and then, you know, they kind of learn their lesson. It's like their indoctrination to Gensokyo. But with Kaneko, it always just feels like when she's behind something, it's like, oh, okay, Kaneko did it. Nosferatu, you know, OU. But then nothing really, like, she doesn't suffer any repercussions of it. Like, nothing happens to Kaneko from 11 to 12, despite her actions causing the whole shebang in the first place, you know what I mean? Pop. Well, Okina gets a... Okay, Okina's a weird one because she's... I don't understand the way she operates because, to be honest with you, it's kind of stupid. She continues to cause problems so she can show the problems off, and then she fixes them later. Like, she introduced Gensokyo to the wonders of petroleum so she could teach Gensokyo that petroleum is bad. And then she got rid of the petroleum. And I was like, what are you doing? What the fuck is this? Okina's whole purpose in 16 was to make the people against Sokyo who are getting too comfortable in like trying to grasp, like, you know, vie for power, realize that she's there kind of deal as a warning. So she was definitely flexing her power a bit, but she was doing that as a way to be like, hey, I'm here, so don't try any funny bullshit. But the petroleum one was just confusing to me because, as far as I can tell, she caused it to show up so she could show Gensokyo it and be like, this bad, and then get rid of it. It's like she put the fucking cookie jar on the counter that the child was looking at, and then the child 5 seconds later puts their hand in the cookie jar, and Okina runs over and smacks them across the head and goes, no! You cannot have cookie until dinner! Like, you can't do that, Okina. You can't do that. There's fuck around and find out, but you're not even letting him fuck around. You're just skipping him to the find out, but he doesn't know what he's finding out because he didn't get the chance to fuck around. Yuma was down there to begin with, yes. But remember, the petroleum isn't actually petroleum. It's sinner blood. Yummy stuff. Mmm. I don't know. Okina's weird. Pretty sure Okina also did that shit in Visionaries, where she basically she turned all the fairies into JO crystals, and then Gensokyo was like dying, and then the fairies worked together to like, you know, confront her, and then she like strangle-held Clown Piece, and then was like, tell your master, fuck off. And then Okina could not, or Hekatia could not bring fairies to hell anymore. And then the fairies were fine. I was like, why did you do that? I love how when you fight on the roof of this building, it takes you back to the ground level. It does this in Coliseum as well with the hunter with the quillfish. What's the plan here? What's the plan here? Do I have an answer for a Zapdos? Well, of course I do. Okina expected Rainbow to beat Yuma's ass, but had to get Flan to finish the job. Actually, I don't think she did. I'm pretty sure Okina went directly to Flandre after the fact, because Flandre was searching for someone who could handle the problem, and she found Flandre and was like, oh, you'll do perfectly. I don't believe she thought Rainbow would handle it, but I actually don't remember, because I only played the story once. Uh-oh. Look at this string bean. Little Dratini. Okina's motivations and actions are strange. That's the best answer I got for you. I don't hate her, but when she gets involved, I just kind of get like, what's happening? And also, I don't like her minions. I don't like Mai and Satono at all. They're stupid and I hate them. I didn't mind. I thought she had the couple chapters she showed up in, I thought it was cool because she had a pretty powerful presence. Like, I think it was it Wildhorn Hermit? I don't know if it was Wildhorn Hermit or Forbidden Scrolly, but there was a chapter where she shows up at the Hakude Shrine while they're having a shindig. And, like, you know, she basically shows up and An's like, hello, you made me. And Okina's like, oh, guess what? Yeah, I made her. And this is just, you know. And she basically brags about how her power, like, the Seasons incident was a byproduct of her power. And how she, like, created An, like, gave life to An kind of deal. And I thought that was kind of cool, because, like, she just appeared in that one chapter, made a huge deal of herself. And I was like, oh, shit, that's a pretty powerful panel you got there. But 17.5 made me very confused with the character. Mai and Satono are still employed, but they're looking for subs. Substitutes. No, I liked her at first, but now she's one of those characters that just confuses me. Just kind of confuses me. And it is what it is. You know, speaking of manga panels, did you know in Sengetsu say? I think it's in one of the chapters shortly after the big tree gets behind the Hakude Shrine gets blasted by a lightning bolt and splits. But Yukari shows up at the shrine to start talking to Reimu, and Reimu's like, oh great, what do you want? But there's also in the panel, you can see it, the angle is behind the donation box. And Marissa's looking at it, and you can see that Yukari slips old Reimu a nice crisp Benjamin. I think it's a 1,000 yen note. I think it was. It was either 1,000 or 10,000. Probably 1,000. Cheap ass. Oh, Whooper. But, yeah, Yukari slips her some money in the donation box, and Marissa catches it, but she doesn't say anything. And I thought that was neat. I like that panel because it said that panel kind of said a lot about the character, you know? What the heck? Oh, okay. I think that panel said a lot about the character in question. Like, you know, Yukari shows up, but she still pays her graces, but she doesn't make a big deal out of it. And, you know, it was noticed, but that's about it, right? It was just kind of noticed by Marissa, not talked about. It's a subtle thing. And it's nice to see that, you know, Yukari supports local like that. So when she does show up at the shrine, she does bring a donation. She's not a complete and utter, like, mooch. It's nice. I like small little things like that that can be detailed. Because, you know, they're details. They're little world details that go a long way to building a character. Even if it's a very minute and seemingly useless thing. Did Yawn not hit? Oh, I was just... Slow King is the fastest thing on the field. Okay. Reimu's always trying to get rich quick. That's just what she does. I think it's kind of funny that Wildhorn Hermit Reimu is, like, not really controversial, but it's like that the entirety of the Reimu from Wildhorn Hermit was supposed to focus on Reimu's vices as a character, which I thought was good because it makes her a more believable character. Because prior to Wildhorn Hermit, a lot of Reimu's appearances are just she's main character who's strong and always wins, and she's got an attitude. Obviously there's more to her than that, but it's nice to see the ugly side of the characters you like, because, you know, nobody's perfect. Thanks for helping those creeps. Who cares about that? They took Meg hostage. Yeah, I'll help in a second. Seeing the ugly side of characters but still liking them despite that is nice. No character is perfect, and pretending they're perfect can be, you know, can be disingenuous. But that's what I like about that one. Sure, Rainbow can get on my nerves when she's only focused on those things, but it goes a long way to really solidifying who she is as a person, on top of being the Hakude Shrine Maiden. Because that's the thing, right? Reimu is just another human at the end of the day, even if she is some strange god-picked talent. All the people could edit out with it had to be UNet, the Wizard Data Analysis. It wouldn't do to let you keep it. Alright, keep your hands on my sister. The data ROM is right here. Good boy, you catch on real quick. Toss me the data ROM nice and easy now. Okay, thanks for returning the data ROM. By the way, let me guess. You thinking maybe it doesn't matter because you already copied the data on this. Kata, we finished completely scrubbing data from OES servers. It's all gone, sir. What? How'd they do that? That's why I'm not worried. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? Thanks for being such a great host. We gotta go. Here's your sister back. Well, at least he, you know, at least he did that. At least he gave her back. Look at this buff-ass guy. What are you doing there, punk? I hate to be rude, but I got no time to lose. Get out of my way. Yo, the buff Cypher dudes are insane. Cypher Commander. This guy commands respect. However, his name is Exol, so I'm not sure. Okay, what are these Pokemon? I think a big thing that got on people's nerves for Wildhorn Hermit Reimu is how much of a focus of her character was just those vices. And also, it always seemed like Kasem would show up and then, you know, preachy. This is why Reimu bad kind of deal. I liked Forbidden Scrollery Reimu because there were still, you know, she wasn't as get-rich-quickie in that, of course, but there were still aspects to her character that I think were fun and enjoyable. I just like Reimu a lot. Reimu was one of my favorite characters in the series, after all. But no, I didn't hate it. But it's funny to me because you can't win no matter which way you play the game. I think that's really what it comes down to. If you make Reimu a one-dimensional character, she's boring. If you make Reimu a character who has aspects to her that people tend to not like, then she's an unlikable character. But like, somebody's gonna like her one way or better than the other, right? This guy's team is fucking cracked. This guy's the commander. His dude's downstairs. He's got a Raikou and a Zapdos and a Latios. And this man's commanding them with an Elekid, a Charmander, and a Bellsprout. You can tell it's more than the Pokemon. This guy has extreme charisma. That's what it is. It's gotta be. Or he's got a boss-ass legendary in the back and he's just playing with me. He's just playing games with me. Oh my god. I Hitmonlee ain't dead, dog. Why Hitmonlee lives? He lives! Get out of there! Retreat! Retreat! Unbelievable. I say it a lot, but the fact that Reimu and Marissa are still such popular characters, despite being the main characters in such a big series, speaks a lot for how interesting they are character-wise. That they still manage to stand out like that. And it's like, you know, the main characters, they get a lot of screen time, etc., etc. But I think of it more so like how, when it comes to like Mario, for example, you play as Mario in every goddamn game, sort of deal. So when you play a side game, you don't really want to play Mario. But like, if you're playing a side game with total characters, I'd still want to play Reimu, because I like Reimu. She's very popular. She manages to stand out despite it. Okay, well, she stands out for more than just because she's the main character of the series. Well, this ought to be interesting. So I guess to say Rainbow, I wouldn't say is very nice. I wouldn't say she's very nice. I think she's not as hard on fairies, though, because she understands what fairies are. But Rainbow's also not very good at expressing her emotions. She's very, she can be very bashful sometimes, but also she has a bit of an indifferent streak to her as well. She doesn't seem to really care too strongly about anyone, and that kind of goes for both human and yokai. But she's also not really good at expressing the positive emotions, aside from happiness to have money. But I like that side of her. Drat, I didn't see this coming, but I got what I came for. I don't need to stick around to get the data ROM. Adios. You okay? You got us out of that jam. None of the data analysis is finished. Those Cypher crepes. Still, we managed to decrypt part of Cypher's criminal plans became clear. For instance, Cypher's behind the disappearance of that cargo ship, the SS Libra. There's more. Cypher's planning a major attack on Fennec City. Oh no, Ned, is that true? Marcia's gone out to Fennec City. She said she's going to investigate whether the town's communication systems are down. What? Cypher could attack there at any time. John XD, we need your help. Please go inform the mayor of Fennec City that Cypher's coming to attack. Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. Fennec's to the east here. Let's know the Cypher's attack plan as soon as possible. I love this place. It's very pretty. Alright. Heal up and return to the desert. Streamer likes girls that wants lots of money. Listen, I didn't say that. I'm just saying that Reimu's a character who gets very excited when she gets her hands on large sums of cash. That's all. That is the most honest happiness you'll ever see on Reimu, is when she is being fed good food or making money. But when it comes to like her interpersonal relationships, she has a hard time expressing her happiness and her gratitude. But that's a neat side to her. It's a good aspect to her character. Marissa, on the other hand, is very expressive. The chief of police pulled a cape for this kill so brazenly in broad daylight. Since then, any indication because the Cypher will become even more active the days to come. Marissa's not very shy about, you know, she wears her heart on her sleeve. Satori says it well as well. Like when she meets Rainbow and Marissa about how, like, refreshingly honest they are. Like, Rainbow's not really afraid to speak her mind to her. And there's something about the way Marissa is so, like... Marissa wears her heart on her sleeve, even though she lies through her teeth. So Satori finds them both to be quite a breath of fresh air, which I think is a neat little touch for them. I also like that in Essay also confirms... Essay also confirms through the Yukari, Reimu A, that Satori can't read your heart. Satori can't read your heart if you're far enough away. So you could, in fact, play Xbox Live with her. and she wouldn't be able to read your heart. Welcome to Fennec, and hooray, congratulations. Congratulations on seeing exactly the 1 millionth visitor to Fennec. Commemoration accept as a disc case with battle CDs. Crazy. These are great. Okay. Take that to Rogum Tower next to town. Go, 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 go. Short ways to northwest. Yep. Top balance of the traders enjoy battle sims, other events. Off you go. Have a good time. Okay, I'll go have a good time. Bye-bye. They really had to find a way to shoehorn this in, huh? I think there was an option to randomize battle bingo and battle sims, but I did not bother. What's up with these battle CD things? Pokemon appear alright, but when the battle ends, they just fade away. You don't get to keep them? Sheesh, I dropped all my secret savings in them because I thought I'd get rare Pokemon for real. It goes money down the proverbial drain. Let's get out of here. What do you do with those battle CD things? Good or they won't give us any Pokemon. Just toss them out somewhere. Give me them. Give me your CDs. What does Rainbow do with money? She buys food. I don't know, actually. Rainbow probably likes good food. I think she's more interested in the money itself than the faith that you know. Oh, I got the Thick Club. Wow, okay. Marowak's actually viable now. Huh. Well, chat, what do you think? I got the club. Like, I could actually use Thick Club Marowak. It's kind of poggies. All right, who gets replaced? Crobat? I assume Crobat, because like, what is Crobat doing on this team except existing? It's either Crobat or Horsey, but I feel like if I get rid of Horsey, someone's gonna complain. But if I get rid of Crobat, no one's gonna mind if Crobat slips into darkness. Mento. Absolutely mento. Alright, alright. Get that flow pumping. Pumpy! It's fine. Crobat just kind of like existed, but now... Ooh. It's Cubone though. Lightning Rod and the Thick Club. I can't believe I found that, honestly. Where is it? What? Did I pass it? Huh? Did I not have enough room in my bag so I didn't pick it up? Where is it? The fuck? Where is it? I don't... No, it was there. It said it was 4 of them, didn't it? Hold on, let's do a... I can buy these if need be. Where'd they go? Bro, what? Where did they go? The fuck? Well, okay, weird. That's really weird. I'm like 99% sure that said Thick Club. Alright, never mind. Oh, what if it got moved to item storage? Ah! Ah, found it. Found it. I didn't have enough room, so I sent there. Yeah, hold that. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I haven't saved it in an hour and 20 minutes. Living on the goddamn edge. Alright. I now have a giant bone. Let's see how we handle this. Anyway, Chattadiah. What was I talking about before I picked up that club? Probably Reimu. That'd be kind of, actually, now that you mention it, that'd be kind of neat. If the Pokemon that the Light Ball and the Thick Club and shit like affected, if you could randomize what that was, that'd be kind of cool. Alright, he got a headband now. Reimu uses the money to buy food that is good for her and also like refurbish the shrine, I guess. I'm not really sure. Reimu seems to take her job pretty seriously, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like she actually gives a flying fuck about the god that resides in her shrine. I can't really tell with Reimu. I mean, Reimu doesn't even really respect the general outfit. Her Shrine Maiden clothes are some of the most, like, not Shrine Maiden anything. They're not Shrine Maiden clothes at all. What does anyone who what does anyone who likes money do with money, if not just to save it, right? Am I right though? Can I get confirmation from the chat? I don't know. Jun likes money, but she likes spending money. That's specifically the part she likes about it. No one knows what the god within the Hakone Shrine actually is, so no one even knows. It's never been really mentioned. Thank you, James, for the gifted sub. You know what that reminded me of? That's funny. Specifically you, because I know who you are from the YouTube VODs. But I remember a comment that you made so long ago that was like, I do not know what Toho is. And now your profile picture on YouTube is Jun. And it's like, this was my fault. Somebody was like, I don't know anything about this series at all. And now the profile picture is her. It's like, somehow this is my fault, isn't it? Oh, I gotta make some adjusties. Hold on. Get start me in there. Misamaru might know the Hakone god. Ooh. Sounds like they should have made her a more interesting character, so she would have been more likely to show up again. Uh-oh. How could a character with such a cool idea to her be so unpopular? What happened there? I didn't do anything. I did nothing. All I do is say what I like about the character. That's all. No matter what I say, she will never be more popular than her sister. But that doesn't matter. Because it's not a popularity contest. Some people like to remind you of that, though. It's really weird. Like, even the simple thought of liking the character will just enact random comments about how her sister's better. It's like, motherfucker, I don't care what you think about her sister at all. I don't give a flying fuck what you think. I just like the character, plain and simple. It's not a goddamn contest. We're not waving dicks around. Relax. Oh, that actually, I can make this work if I do this. Does that not work? Oh no, because poison doesn't. Right. Right. Shock us. Hold on. Ground. Give me a second. I'm thinking poison's not good against either of those. Bug. Bert. Fuck it. Whatever. Who cares? Oh wait, star me. Shit. Shit. Oh, I'm doing some quick maths here. Perfect. Actually perfect. There you go. Okay. Pearl. No, not the normal type. Normal type doesn't work for these things. You want to have as many type variety as possible to make these pop open. Okay. Okay, we're good with that for now. Dun-dun-dum. Alright, Cubone, let's go. Misamara was there when Amaterasu got upset over Susanoo too. Jesus Christ, what a prolific character. How do you make a character with that many interesting aspects to them and just not do anything with them? What? Yeah, Misamara doesn't fall into a category. That's not the best way to say it, but it's kind of accurate. You should have gone on to play the Rogum Tower forever. Tall characters can tend to be kind of grouped up like that, yeah. But it's what you call it? For Misamaru, it's hard to really put her in any real category. She's kind of left out like that, so it's hard to put her with other characters. The mayor's gone out. Who knows when we'll decide to come back? House sitting is dull. It's so boring. Boring. Mayor's bedroom is upstairs. Okay. Thank you for gifting the sub, James. Another one. Bum 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 bum. Sinister music. Kind of spooky. But it's broad daylight. It's 3 p.m. It's not that scary. Okay, there's some items around. I'm gonna grab them. Just like a Coliseum layout. DM48. Didn't matter. It doesn't matter. A lot of these trainers you can battle, but well, I don't know if I need to. 3 p.m. is not exactly what I call a scary time of day. By the way, chat, Ice Heal. I need some images. If you know where to find some. I need images of like Fumos in suspicious situations. Okay, here's a specific. Here's one I got. Not suspicious like, you know, bad, but like scary. Like this. I need images like this. You know, I need spooky images like this. I need a collection of these things. If you know any. Oh, what the? Alright, we're good. If you know any, let me know and like send it my way. I need them. It's important. It's very important. GIFs are fine, yeah. I need to make a slideshow. See, young traveler, it's good to keep me hospitable, but my wife's gone. It hasn't come back yet. You're looking for a little rest before take a snooze. You're bored, listen to some tunes. Think there's something there. Music disc. So chat, as you know, in October... Tyler, feel free to snooze in the bed there. In October, I plan at some point to read the Toho Scary Spaghettis. And I figured, what am I supposed to put on the screen? What am I supposed to put on the screen while I'm reading them? Instead of just showing you the text, I figured I would put a compilation of those images and just slide them across the screen. So it's just, as I'm reading the story, it's just a collection of spooky Fumo images while I read. It's a device for playing music software. Yeah. Here you go. Ruma of Love? I'll borrow this. No, no, leave me alone. You're spoiling my concentration. Okay. Something shiny between the books, but it's wrong to take something that doesn't belong to you. Okay. I will take suggestions, but there's like two that I know of that I want to read for sure, like Subterranean Hatred and like Dark Mystic Square or something. There's a few in there I plan to check out. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions on it. It's a letter from the mayor to Justy. John read the letter. Justy, there is bad trouble brewing. Of all places, our beloved Fennec is now a target of Cypher. Our Cypher's members are secretly taking the place of prominent members of our community. If something's not done, the city will be taken over by Cypher without anyone noticing what's happened. We must turn to you for your help. We need your abilities to overcome the crisis facing our city. You as the leader of the Prestige Preset Center could be able to do something. It may be too late, however. I've already feel threatened by... Hi, Guy. What might you be reading? You're not getting any silly idea delivering this letter to Justy. You naughty boy. The Fumo SCP isn't really scary. I'll be the judge of what's scary and what isn't, okay? Anyway, point is, I need filler footage for while I read them, and I figure there's no better, like, there's no more appropriate image than just Fumos in situations like that. So yeah, honestly, chat, if you have your own Fumo and you can take a good picture, go for it. I can include that. I just want a compilation of them that runs for a decently long amount of time, so it doesn't, like, loop too early, you know? Oh, we're just gonna beat up the Espeon, really. I'm almost dead. It needs to be properly spooky. If you're looking for good examples, the Suwako image I just showed you is a good one. Oh, Cubo's dead. And if you want another good example, just type in your chat box Chirno 3 AM spooky, no space, and you will see another good example. I'm looking for images like that. You know, they're literally just like scuzzy, like in the dark, dimly lit, like whatever images, but a Fumo is present in them. That's literally it. There's like nothing really super special about them or anything like that. That's just is what it is. Where do you send them? You just post them in Discord. Just tag me, I guess, and I'll check them. And if they're good, I will save them. And if they're not, I won't save them. So that's why I'm going to judge your photos. So they better be good. You could also email me them. The email is down below. Right now. Well, is it dark where you live? It's gotta be, I mean, it doesn't have to be dark, but it, you know. I mean, you get it. You understand. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. It's only 1 AM. Okay, well, you can still get a shot at 1 AM, but you get bonus points if I see a timestamp on the camera that reads 3. Alright, I'm making myself laugh. I'm like a fucking idiot. Don't worry about me. Fumos go live at 6 a.m. my time, but they're made to order, and they've been made to order, so if you want one, you can just go order one. They take longer, but you can guarantee them. I remember being up to like fucking between 4 to 5, just mashing the refresh button to get a Ruma. It was the only one I managed to snag on that. I tried to get Nitori a few times, but I couldn't. I got Miko as well. But that was the last order they had before they started making them made to order. And thank God they did, because holy shit, it was so hard to get a Fumo. Ami did not have the ability to handle the server traffic. At all. It couldn't handle it for all the Fumos, and it was impossible to get in there. Cha. Oh, there are proxy services you could use. That's how you had to do it back in the day, anyway. You could order it. You could order it to a different through a different place, and then they'll ship to you if they don't ship directly to your country. Though I'm in Canada. So very rarely do things not ship internationally to Canada. But there are times where, you know, it is US only. And it's like, fuck off. I am basically in the US. I'm not that much further from it. It's gotta count for something. Alright, hit him with a water gun. Kabluey. Nice. It needs to be a real Fumo, because it has to be scary, you know? Again, if you need an example, just type Chirno 3 a.m. spooky in your chat box. I think that image sums up exactly what I'm looking for pretty well. It's dimly lit. It's a little like, it's kind of like out of focus, but it's just a Chirno Fumo from above, you know? Like, it's not like the Fumo itself is completely untouched. It's just the situation around it with the name is like funny, you know? Well, if other plushies are present, it's not very scary, is it? I don't want a HelloFresh. I don't want it. You can't just... I can't read Toho creepypastas and show Fumos from not Toho characters. Come on now. Remember, the lighting is important. You have to make the whole image feel spooky. That's all. You gotta remember, these images are gonna be scrolling along the screen while I read a creepypasta. So that, you know, you gotta match the vibe. You gotta match the vibe of a Toho creepypasta with your photography. I think you can do that. The compendium. just gotta wait for 3 a.m. You don't have to have a timestamp on the screen, but if you do, then it's, you know, it's like extra points. The following footage. You weren't supposed to find that. Warning. The following footage is very real. Captured live. Chad, imagine, like, Paranormal Activity. Like, you're just watching that. What's wrong? Is something the matter? What's that? Cipher appeared. Tell me, did they look something like this? Okay. Gone Rag. This guy's name is scary. Latias and Slugma. Ow. Oh my god. My body. Of course. Of course. Of course. Ugh. Wish. Nice hit. I gotta put it to sleep. That's all. Alright, this should be enough for the Ultra Ball. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? No, chat, imagine, you know, you're watching Paranormal Activity, and it's like, you know, you're just watching the footage of them sleeping in the bed with the nightlight on, and then, like, the time recording clicks over, and, you know, dude, this guy's team is insane. What's he doing with a fucking Slugma? You know, 3 a.m. clicks over, and it's just like, you only see it for a second. Like, it's the kind of secret that you can only see if you buy the Blu-ray and pause it on the exact right frame. But it's there. It's there. But you'd never know in the theater. It would, like, you'd vaguely see it in the theater and you'd be like, what? And you'd have to go watch it again. But you get the Blu-ray and then you'd know. You'd know what happened. That's the kind of shit you need. Is it truly possible for a Fumo to be scary? Trick question. You can literally see the scariest Fumo you've ever seen by typing in the following words. I'm not even gonna have to. I don't even say it. I don't even have to say it. I'm killing this Tyranitar. Bonk. Chat, when do the new Fumos go live? I'm gonna be dropping a large amount of money for that. I went to the dentist yesterday, and I don't have insurance, so it cost a pretty penny. So today's work week is going to be dedicated to paying off my dentist bill. Kinda sucks. Tackle is really the best I have. Do I have any cavities? No. I had one cavity once in my entire life when I was a teenager. I got a filling for it, and that was the end of that. I just get my teeth cleaned like every 6 months. Unfortunately, I have a lot of days where I forget to brush. Like, either it's because I go to bed super late, or I get up and I'm late for work, so I have to, like, leave right away. And those days do add up after a while, so be careful with that, chat. Don't take your personal hygiene lightly. This thing managed to wish before it went to sleep. I do not know how to kill this thing right now. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, I've always been lucky when it comes to my teeth. I've never really had real issues with them. It's one of my positive quirks, I suppose, is that I am healthy on that front. Just shadow chill it, I guess. This thing's annoying. I was just gonna keep spamming wish. It's got a high special defense stat. Okay, that's fine. I have my wisdom teeth removed. I actually only had 3. Apparently my mom did as well. We only have 3 wisdom teeth. So I only need to get 3 of them removed. And I'm pretty sure they charge per wisdom teeth removed as well, so I got a discount, 25% off the usual procedure. That said, it still sucked. Well, I should say the aftermath sucked because I did not really experience the actual process of it. They put the needle in my arm, and I said, cool, how long is that gonna take? And then I woke up. I wish I tackled it now. It was a wild trip. I just got knocked out for 2 hours. 2 hours. Oh, that sandstorm. Jeez Louise. Yes. Just marry a dentist. Dude. I was gonna say something, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing to say. Maybe I keep my mouth shut. Maybe I just stop streaming. It was such a good quip in my head, but nah. We're all Justy, we are. People look up to us, the Justy gang. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. It can handle the quip. Okay, I was gonna say marrying a dentist is great and all. Means that in more ways than one they give good oral. I thought that was pretty good, but I don't know. I felt maybe that was a bit too much. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I thought that was pretty good. Clean your teeth, bitch. The health profession. Alright, let's get to work. I've seen that kid before. Desert Lab? No, my mistake. I'm Justy now. Couldn't have seen him. A brawl for justice was the advice you need. I'm here for you, my friend. Lab in the desert, I have the faintest idea. You don't believe me? You little snoop, why can't you let certain things slide by? Dentists don't seem to be very happy people. Well, my dentist seems to be a pretty happy person. I don't think I'd wanna... I wouldn't want to go to an unhappy dentist anyway, because then they'd probably, you know... I don't need to become Bleeding Gums Murphy, the sequel. Literally bleeding gums, you know what I mean? You get what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh. Dude, I can't tell if Hitmonlee is doing work or just like here for the ride. Look, man, no amount of science in the world is gonna make a drill in your mouth not sound scary. You're just gonna have to accept that. Why the fuck did I switch? What am I doing? Why did I switch into the water? What am I doing? Good crit. Alright, Oingo, you got it. I need that EXP. Major damage. I kind of wish this game had a Pokemon Stadium announcer. That'd be kind of nice. Trust me, I be a doctor. Dentists aren't very cheap though. So if you don't have insurance, it's kind of... It's costly. You know, it's costly. I don't have insurance. Don't you forget this. I can get insurance again. If I work a certain amount of hours, I qualify for insurance. But it's fine. I don't need insurance. I only need assureds. I like... Looking at me with suspicion, are ya? Ooh, yaha, ya, ya. Why aren't you a good judge of character? Ertlig. What the fuck is this guy's name? Solomon Samponita. Ertlig? I don't know what's worse. Oh, the early 3D models, yeah. They share similarities with Stadium for obvious reasons. But obviously the Gen 3 models are new because there was no Stadium for that. But they fit in well. What the fuck do I do about that thing? This. No, I don't think the names are randomly generated. I just think that's just their names. Don't ask me why that's their names. I like the Pokemon Stadium announcer. I think he's good in his role. When he's excited, I'm excited. Straight up. Another crit by Oingo. Like, when you land a crit on the first turn and it's like a kill, he gets so excited. When you get an Oko move, he's so hyped. He thinks Oko moves are the sickest shit in the game. And I can respect that. That's good commentary. He does actually, like, legit pretty good commentary. That's the impressive part. I appreciate him. This is not a good matchup for this dude, so... The GOAT shall return. Commentary is kind of hard, if you can believe it. Commentary on paper is just like, just talk about, you know, talk about the game. But, well, you gotta, like, how you talk about it and what you're talking about are, you know, big things. Big details. Not everybody's cut out for it, that's for sure. And, you know, no matter what you do, someone's always gonna hate you anyway, so just try your best, I suppose. That's my commentary advice. I gotta pick. Oh no. If I click that picture, am I gonna be able to sleep tonight? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. What is it? Where is it? Oh god, that's, give me that. Oh shit, well done. Give me this. Nice name for the file. Okay, I'm gonna make a folder. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Oh. Okay. There you go. Perfect. That is perfect. It says 12. It says 12 on the stove. Oh wait, that's the big Cheerbo. That's the big Cheerbo. God damn. Alright, get that out of here. Alright, that's one for the collection. It says 0 actually because it broke. Really? It looks like it says 12. I don't know, the photo's got that good grain to it. It's got that spooky grain. Cannot be contained. Oh, what am I doing here? You know what? I bet Cross Chop is a better option here. And then I don't have an answer to water types. Great. I didn't even realize it was the big one at first. I was like, well, I can see that Fumo really clearly in that oven. I was like, oh, wait, right, because he's got the big one. So the big one can actually, like, kind of squeeze in there and look like normal size, but also not at the same time. I hope it didn't get dirty though. You never know when your oven gets a little crusty. You don't want to get that falling on her. And you gotta go scrub her down. Destroy. Put a pie tin under her. So you're actually gonna cook her. Hold up. I don't think microwaving a fumo would be a good idea. That would just be tragic. I don't think anyone would want to watch that. They would probably like explode. You watch, this town will fall to cipher one day. Are these gonna be battle CDs? Yeah, they are. Alright, that's fine. I don't mind getting the EXP anyway. I could use a little bit of catch up. Okay. There you have it. Grilled Cherno. Can you get Cherno in a can? Is that possible? Probably not. You need like a decently sized can. Can you get a Fumo in a Pringles can? Is that possible? Or are they they're too large? No, they're too large. You'd have to remove its bones. You know that picture of Cherno in the bottle, like bottled Cherno? I'm pretty sure that thing has had its stuffing completely removed. So it's just like squished into it. I don't really know how that works. I like the image of the rainbow sandwich. Where it's just a rainbow sandwich. The recipe consists of one rainbow fumo and 2 pieces of bread. That's the recipe. Killing Poliwhirl because Magneton can't hurt me. Nice hit. Alright, Cubone, kill it before it bubble beams you. That's fine. Nice. I don't really want to jam my Fumo into a Pringles can. That'd be kind of funny though. Chat, you know in those classic horror games? Well, I say classic. You know how like sometimes objects just kind of like roll towards the player or whatever, and it's like it's just supposed to indicate like, oh, something's moving around and it's causing objects to fly around. Imagine like a can rolls down like the hallway, but instead of a can, it's just a Fumo and a Pringle can. So your character like bends down to pick it up, and it's just, you know, Cherno's head poking out of the Pringles can, and your character's just like, what is this? Something is not right here. Like he just, you know, he pays absolutely zero attention to what he's actually holding. Oh, cool. But he's in character, you know? He's in character. I got the feeling that something strange was going down here tonight. He's just holding a fucking, like, Fumo and a Pringle can, kind of just like, what are you doing, dude? What the hell are you doing? Could you imagine? That'd kind of be funny, actually, as a concept for a horror game, where you follow every trope, take the piss out of all of it, but have your main character act. You can't learn that. What the fuck? Huh? Alright. Yeah, okay, no. You take the piss out of every trope, but you have the main character act like he's in like an actual honest-to-God horror game. So, you know, you just got like the fucking Fumo can rolled down, but your character's looking at it like it's like a fucking like, just, you know, a normal object. But then like, you know, your dude's like, I hear strange noises coming from that room. And, you know, he's like hearing like chop, 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 but all you hear is like Caramel dancing while passed out in the bathroom. That's what you hear. And then he opens the door, and instead of like, in his eyes, he sees a dude chopping away at a table at someone. He's like, oh, geez, I gotta get out of here. But in actuality, it's just Cherno spinning. That's it. It's just the Cherno spinning. But like your character is seeing everything like a generic horror game, but the actual game that's happening is just that. And it's like, it just fucks with the player. It just completely fucks with the player. Because the game cycles between them and you're not sure which one of them is the actual game and which one's like insanity. But and then the twist at the end is the insanity is actually like the actual horror game. And the truth of the matter is Funky Fumo. Oh man. That seems like a fun idea. Probably obnoxious. Speaking of obnoxious, chat, have you seen the new oh Jesus, okay. Have you seen the new hotness of Mascot horror recently? The Garten of Bam Bam. I don't know what that shit is, but it looks kind of bad. You're just a kid. You're too strong for one. Oh, okay. You're Pineco. Okay. I was watching Vinny play it on Sunday, and someone in chat said that that like there's a lot of polygons in the models, and when the devs were offered tips to reduce the amount of like polygons in their characters to make the game run smoother, they just got blocked, which is like, okay. It's kind of funny, maybe a little bit, but at the same time, that's impressive. There's zero effort put into any of those games. Hey now, don't say that, okay? If you say shit like that, they might be listening. And then what do you do, huh? Then they're gonna come for you. You're gonna be the next guy in Garden of Bam Bam. Do you want to be Jumbo Josh's new friend? I don't. Sounds like things are getting hectic and guess the cover's been blown. Say it's about time to get out of this tight outfit anyway. Bro. Can move freely again. What is he talking about? There's 4 of them. I don't know how there's 4 of them. Yeah. People were saying that in the chat as well. Like, the amount of, like, shit they put in the game to do is just to pad it specifically so you can't refund it. You missed the refund window, which is just like, okay. I don't really like games like that getting as much attention as they do, personally. But, well, sometimes you just can't avoid. You can't avoid the way the world works, huh? His name is Oingo, his name is Boingo, and we are the Oingo Boingo brothers. Yeah, they feel kind of predatory. They don't have microtransactions, but you can tell they're trying to capitalize on a popular genre and not doing much in the way of innovating it. Emily, you need a new move, preferably one that hits... Okay, that's fine. I thought that was water spout. Thought it was satire mockery. Well, it could have been. You know, it honest to God could have been, but then they kept it rolling. Jumbo Josh! I need to meditate. Every time they release one, they announce the next game. How is there 4 of them already? Seriously, how is there 4 of them? They have plenty of merchandise. No, I know. That game exists to sell merchandise. That's why there's so many characters. And you know what? They're probably actually gonna sell merchandise. Because some people also buy that shit ironically to shit on it, completely missing the point that they just bought it anyway. That happens a lot, if you were wondering. It's actually kind of an interesting thing, I find. It's like hate watching. Spending your time like offering helping success for someone or something that you do not like and wish to perish kind of deal. Okay, maybe not that excessive, but you know what I mean. Unity asset flips. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the shit in those games is stolen assets. So, you know. But, well. Gyarados does not look like he's sleeping comfortably. Oh. A new spook. Hold on. Hold on. I want to check it out. I want to check it out. Let me get it. FNAF had quality to it, because FNAF had a lot more added to it on top of the core formula. I liked those games. Okay, this is a good image. The scariest part of this image. Oh, whoops. How does her hat stay on? How does her hat stay on? What's she doing? Perfect. There you go. Get it out of here. Alright, that's another one in the box. Another water gun. The double kick. FNAF 1 through 4 was in 2 years. You know, and the thing about those games is each one brought something new and interesting to the table. In terms of gameplay and lore. But still kept to the main formula overall. 4 was a very different method of going about it. 3 was a different kind of game entirely. 2 had new mechanics that made it a lot more interesting. And they all had their own stories to them, which was neat. No, I know. I was joking. I have a Tenchi Fumo as well. Some of the characters actually do have hats that come off, though. My Chen's hat fell off when I got it, and I do not know how to put it back on. I actually just don't. It does not go on properly. This Clef is gonna fucking explode to jump a double kick. Ron's hat comes off too. You can see her little fox ears. I think Yuyuko's does as well. Some of the older characters' ones do. Jun's hat does not. I know it doesn't because I don't know how to pick up Fumos for the most part. I tend to just grasp their heads. But Jun, I can just kind of grab her hat and pick her up like that. It's funny that way. But I find they're easiest to transport by grabbing them by their craniums. But with the characters with hats like that, I can't really do that. Alright, this Gyarados took forever. Jesus. Can't take off Aki's hat? I don't have an Aki. I do not have an Aki. I don't think you can take off Aya or Momiji's hats. And if you can't, then you probably can't take off, what's her name's hat either. The other one. The other Tengu. Oh. Hat. Their hats are too small. Well, their hats are Ku, you know? I think they have Ku hats. I like Tengu hats. They're like little, they're unique. They're unique, but they're not like super, like, hey, look at me kind of deal, you know? The flow has been increased. I don't understand flow. I don't get any of this shit, to be honest with you. I only know how to make it, the tempo go up. You put like a string on there. Oh, I don't know the intricacies to making things, unfortunately. I'll take your word for it, though. I'll take your word for it. I must go back and heal. I could do a couple more trainers. I'm not gonna fight the Fennec boss guy, I don't think. Not yet, anyway. Ugh. The mob caps are the ones that come off easy enough because they've just got the material in them, right? Although, yeah, like Chen's hat came off and I don't know how to put it back. I just can't get it back on her head. You said my real identity. Guess what? You're right. Many things you better off not knowing, little boy. Ugh. Ezor. Another Magneton. And an Onyx. Yeah, Magneton can't do anything with Cubone on the field. Go! Cubone! And Wingo. Bricko. This won't kill, but it'll put him down. Okay, never mind. The net. Oh shit. Oh shit. I actually could not hit that with him only. Hey chat, you know that Bayonet has access to Swords Dance now? After it no longer has a Mega. It doesn't have a Mega anymore. Send in the goat. Send in the goat. Bonk. This is doing it. Blastoise got Shell Smash, yes, but Shell Smash is still good on regular Blastoise, but Swords Dance would be better with Mega Bayonet, because Bayonet itself is not a very good Pokemon. Bayonet's attack is actually respectably high. Same deal with its Mega form. Its problem is it has no real stab, not even stab. It just doesn't have any real effective options to utilize that attack with. The strongest physical ghost move I think it could learn is Shadow Claw, unless it has access to Poltergeist now. But even then, that's kind of dependent on outside factors. So it doesn't have a lot of means to utilize that high attack stat, which is just kind of a waste. It's also kind of crazy to me that they made a Mega Pokemon, gave it like 150 base attack, and then made it a prankster Pokemon. Like, what are you doing with that? Although I watched a Pokeaim video a couple days ago where him and MV played national decks, and they used Prankster Destiny Bond Mega Bayonet with Lepa Berry Revival Blessing Palmot, and they got 3 Destiny Bond kills in one game because they trap you with Infestation, and then Destiny Bond is boosted by Prankster, so you're forced to deal with it. It's really stupid, but it was very funny. Because it's really hard to play around with that set. Because if you get hit by Infestation, you can't switch anymore. So either you sit there and take Chip, or you hit the Destiny Bond. But because Bayonet's not that fast, they can Destiny Bond and then they can like attack. But the Destiny Bond will be active before their attack comes out. So if they die, they get the Destiny Bond. If they don't, they get a big attack. And it's off Mega Bayonet's fucking 150 base attack. It's pretty... That's pretty good, even though it's supposed to be just doing that. Who's got it worse, chat? Who's got it worse? Physical ghost types or physical electric types? Who has it worse? I'm tired of pretending that Wild Charge is a good move. Alright? I'm tired of it. Gen 4 was like, here's electric takedown. That's cool. Can we have something? No. Here, Pikachu, here's electric double edge. But what about, no. You get wild charge. Hey, water types. You want water type double edge in Gen 9? Yeah! Sure we do! The Dush. Help me, my Pokemon are chasing me. You're, thanks, but you should be worried about yourself first. Warg. His name is Forgs. Regirock and Gramble. Look at this crusty boy. Competitive players do not miss Scald. It's coming back though on some Pokemon. I'm not sure who though. But it is coming back on Milotic. That did nothing. I'm kind of worried. He might explode. Wow. Signature moves should be... Yeah, signature moves I think should be put aside on that. But Wild Charge is just not a very good option. And when you look at Electric's options for special moves, they have a lot of good ones. In fact, they have one of the... They have, like, Thunderbolt, which is just... Thunderbolt's just a really good move, right? Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. Trifecta. Very good. Brother. Brother! This man exploded just so he could get the Sunkern in clean on this field. I'm so angry. Well, that's the problem, is that Wild Charge is just... It's just takedown, but electric. It's not good. Most electric types tend to have good special attack, and things that are weak to electric are pretty common. Even though electric's only good against like 2 types. It's kind of funny how that works out, huh? Doesn't actually... Electric is such a weird type to me, because it feels like such a nuisance, but then there's not a lot of Pokemon that, like, type-wise, that are super weak to it. But that said, flying and water are the 2 most common types in all of Pokemon. So maybe that's why it feels that way. And water types are pretty fucking notorious because they only have 2 weaknesses. They're hard to kill, so they fear electric moves, rightfully so. Yeah, good against water is a big selling point for both the electric and grass. What's that? Are you taking Cypher? I bet I can use an item for healing Pokemon. I'll tell you what. Sure you'll get something if you can beat me. Cappin. Kappa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Nido King. Incentrate. Flappy Boy. Uh-oh. He's got 5 Pogies. Pretty sure the only Pokemon that can really use Bolt Beam, though, is Regice. And then Regieleki was like, hey, Terra Blast Ice type with my Thunderbolt. And suddenly that Pokemon was very good. It's okay to be a little poisoned. It's okay to be a little poisoned. We're all a little poisoned on the inside. Whatcha? Nidoking is such a cool Pokemon, but I hate when I see it from this perspective and it's a manlet. Why is it so small? Nidoking's supposed to be a big monster, but he's like smaller than that full-grown man over there. Bothers me. I could pick him up and like throw him, except I can't because he's like 500 pounds, some crazy shit like that. Bro, I'm staying in. Killing this Nidoking. You're alive. Should have jump kicked. Charizard's like 5 foot or something like that. Ouch. No, it is his cannon height, I know. That's actually something that the Coliseum and XD games do well, is they pretty accurately depict Pokemon height and size. It's like Onix and Wailord are massive. Although Wailord admittedly is scaled down, because Wailord is actually a huge Pokemon. You want to see a Pokemon game that does Wailord size justice? The new Pokemon Snap does. The new Pokemon Snap does a very good job displaying just how large Wailord truly is. God, that game is very fun. I've talked about it before. I've talked about it before, but the new Pokemon Snap is like everything I've wanted in a Pokemon Snap sequel, to a point where it was actually so much I couldn't handle it anymore. I did beat it, but I couldn't 100% it because there was just so much and I couldn't do it all. So I didn't complete the compendium. But I'm so glad that game got so much love put into it, because the series really deserved it. But it really stinks that I couldn't do it. Pikmin 4 is similar. Pikmin 4 is a great game, and it's absolutely jam-packed with content. But it's palpable, you know? It's manageable content. You can definitely get through it all. But it's still a fuck ton that if someone was like, I can't do all this, I wouldn't even blame them. But Snap just, because like Snap has a ton of different things that can happen. Different things can happen on different routes. There's a bunch of different Pokemon. The Pokemon have different poses that are ranked in different star positions. And it's just like, there's so much you can do with it. And it's just overwhelming. It's so overwhelming, but it's the best part about it, I guess, is that there is so much to do. So yeah, Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap for me was a real monkey's paw moment. My favorite area in that game for sure was when I was in the water and I went down to the seabed with like the Galicipods. Fuck, that was so beautiful. If there's something that Nintendo can do well, well, it depends on the game, of course. It's water. Pikmin water is gorgeous. The water in Pikmin games is pristine. It is exactly the kind of water you'd expect on a planet like that. It's very, very good. Not all water's perfect, mind you. But I think Nintendo does a pretty good job with water most of the time. I also like their water, I like their water music as well. Like, when you go underwater in Nintendo games, the music tends to shift. I gotta heal my Cubone. I'm gonna go purify my guy and then wrap it. Get to that L dirt ring. Okay. It's time. Maybe he'll become a Marowak. And there's the water in Scarlet and Violet. Listen, that's Game Freak, alright? There is a difference. That's why I said Nintendo. You can't get on Nintendo for what Game Freak and the Pokemon Company are doing. Can't do that. It's not fair to Nintendo. Now, you know, leave my multi-billion dollar corporation alone and all that good shit, but the Mario games, one of my favorite scenes in video games is in one of the areas in World 5 and 3D World when you go through a clear pipe and it just takes you through this shipwreck, this underwater, like, ship graveyard, and it's just absolutely beautiful to look at. But the thing is, the game gives you enough time to kind of, like, look at it, take it in, but then when you go through the pipe, it's a one-way pipe, so it's like, nope, you can't go back. So you have to kind of, you take it all in that moment, and it's like, wow, that shit, like, when I first saw that, it got me. My breath was taken away. I just thought it looked so nice. There we go. Bone Club. 18. 21. No. This guy's name. This girl's name. Easy. Perfect. Seki Bonky. You're not gonna evolve, are you, champ? Not yet? That's fine. It's got the thick club after all. Boom. Look at this water. Look at this water. Isn't that water? Water and water and water, water. I don't know. I think it looks fine. Man, you know what, chat? At work today, my buddy was talking about BattleBit because he's been playing a ton of it. He's been playing a ton of it. He loves it, but like all of the guys that he tried to get to play with him, just they didn't want to play it anymore because of its graphics. And I was like, man, I fucking hate when people talk like that. I hate when they say shit like that. Oh, the game's not good because the graphics aren't good. It's like, motherfucker, we're playing video games that were like consist of 3 pixels and we called it a character. You want to see a true blue, honest AAA video game? I bet they play Forspoken. Stupid bastards. I'm gonna hit it with my thick club. Graphics don't matter. This is how I see it, chat. It's like if a child made a storybook out of crayon versus if a prestigious artist drew a bunch of pieces of shit. What do you want to look at? Sure, you know, it's that piece of shit looks really good, but it's a piece of shit. But if I can read the little bastard's storybook made of crayon, drawn in crayon with a lot of passion, I can enjoy it more than the piece of shit. That's all. Graphics don't mean anything if the enjoyment of the overall product is bad. Graphics can, you know, make the overall feel better, but I don't think it's fair to say a game is bad because it doesn't look good. Whoa, cool graphics. Graphics were all the rage in advertising, but there came a point where there just kind of came a point where the increase. You missed again. There came a point where the evolution of graphics kind of slowed down to a point where it stopped being super noticeable. I think that's kind of what happened. Like, obviously, looking at graphics from, like, Super Nintendo up to PlayStation 2 and 3 and whatnot, it's like, whoa. You know, things have come a long way. But for the modern systems, it hasn't really improved so much to a point where I really notice anything. And to be fair, I don't really play on those systems very often anyway, so I wouldn't even notice those differences. But I still think they're not really a comparable amount of difference. And also, maybe that's a bit disingenuous as well, because PS4, PS5. But at the same time, didn't the 64 come out after the Super Nintendo? Like, that was a whole step up. That was a whole step up from Super Nintendo. Kind of crazy. Your Voltorb in the purified chamber is dead. Well, shit. Good thing I wasn't going to use him then, huh? He's a perfectly purified ball. Yes. Never forget to check the flow. The flow. How? Wow, this Slugma is holding Never Melt Ice. That's kind of funny. That's actually kind of funny. Because, you know, it's called Never Melt Ice. And a Pokemon... Oh, well. A Pokemon that is made of magma is holding it, and it's still not melting. It's impressive, really. It's living up to its name. Alright. I got a lot of EXP, which is nice. Levels are looking pretty good. Still want to get Marowak, I think, before the boss fight. Man, it's working as advertised. You don't get that very often nowadays. Alright, yeah. Wow, I just don't save. I saved twice the entire stream, and it's been 2.5 hours. Okay, chat. Well, I hope you enjoyed. That has been another part to the XD series. Next time, I'll finish up Fennec. And I don't remember what comes next exactly, but there's some stuff you have to do in the desert. So, I'll do it when I get to it. Still, it's fun. It's nice to just play through the game and just kind of talk about whatever with chat. Hope you appreciate it, because you know, it's good when I keep the topics flowing. So yeah, more XD in the future.